All right, we're live. So today, as you can see, it's currently 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm actually back for Fitness Fridays. However, I will not be doing the fitness part. I actually have somebody else that's going to be coming on here in about 5 to 10 minutes to be doing the fitness part. For those of you just joining us, good morning. And yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and do the finance part here for Fitness Fridays. And we're going to get started with the fitness part in about 5 to 10 minutes. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. So as y'all saw on my page, most likely, or if you haven't, see it on my page. Good morning, everybody. If you haven't seen it on my page, the United States carried out an airstrike against Iranian-backed militias in Syria. And so that I already know the market about to be red because of that. And so we're most likely going to have, I don't know if it will be necessarily a strong red, but it's most likely going to be red today because we did attack another country, or we did attack another army or the militias. So we did, of course, on scalping. I offer scalping, man. It's in my Black Wealth Matters course, and it's in my True Success Series course. I don't have one just dedicated to scalping, but I do offer it in those two programs. So I offer it, like I said, in the Black Wealth Matters course, and I offer it in the Truth Success Series. So the market will most likely end up being red today. As you guys saw, it was horrible. Yesterday during closing, it seems here, currently looking at the futures, that it kind of got its act together a little bit with a very weak green. However, in general, it was just a very bearish day. So it would have been a great time for a put. I actually placed a couple puts yesterday myself on Square, made a couple $1,000. And so right now, I'm currently looking at the company, you guys might have saw it in the news, that is basically tracking Bitcoin, which is MicroStrategy. They fell back. They closed at 731 after falling back $86, and currently pre-market, they're down $40 from that at $691.50. And so, like I said, in general, it's most likely just going to be another bearish day. Probably won't be as bad as yesterday. However, it's going to be another bearish day. Microsoft, also one of my main companies, currently, it fell back $5 yesterday, which is that's like I said, that's a very strong bear, especially for Microsoft, considering that they typically only move $2 to $3 on an average basis. So moving back $5, either being bullish or bearish, or basically up or down, then that's a strong day. And actually, the Xbox servers, I didn't know this until later at that day, but actually the Xbox servers were down when it came to being able to play online. So that definitely played a huge factor in Microsoft dropping so much. So not only was the market already incredibly bearish, Xbox and people couldn't get online and play with their friends until like late in the day. So that didn't help at all. Yeah. And then seems for the most part, okay. So Elon Musk, he claimed Tesla's Fremont plant is running again after they had a brief shutdown. And speaking of Tesla, they were actually one of the trending tickers here on Yahoo Finance, having dropped basically $60 yesterday. And they dropped another 22-cent pre-market so far. So hopefully everybody can get their act together. But this is really to be expected. Like, you shouldn't be surprised with the market dropping so much because of, well, mainly two reasons. Number one, we hit our high GD, or our highest peak when it came to GDP wise back in 2019. So typically when you hit a peak in business activity, and when it comes to GDP, you're most likely going to be having a recession or depression, which happened in 2020. And could we have a recession here in 2021? That's 100% possible. And the second reason is, if you go back and look at historical data on the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones from about 1999 to now, Every year consistently for the most part, February and March, when it comes to the beginning of the year, are typically the most bearish months. And then when it comes to later in the year, especially during the election year, it's typically during the early parts of November. So what happened last year and the early parts, but not yet, the early parts of October. And so actually, ironically enough, it would always start off bad during the early parts of the month. However, it would typically end up correcting itself by the later parts. And of course, with November, it heads into December, which is typically incredibly bullish. So in this case, our little December, I guess you could say, would end up being April, where it could possibly be incredibly bullish and finally get its act together. So don't get worried. I know a lot of people might have lost money because it's such a bearish day, but I'm gonna say don't get worried. If you did lose money, go ahead, step back, take some time, make sure you reevaluate your game plan, and maybe you can change your strategy. Or if your strategy works and you just happen to have a bad day, that's 100%, and I mean that's fine. But I still take some time, step away from the market, make sure I'm all good, and then go ahead, reevaluate everything, why I won, why I lost, see what my companies did, and head back into the market after about a week or so. Or however long it takes you. That's what I personally do, especially if you take a big hit. But yeah, in general, even Tesla, they had actually missed earnings in Q4 of 2020. And they're about to have earnings, ironically enough, in late April and early May. So we'll see how they perform then. But Tesla still has a lot going on. Elon just been playing games with his Bitcoin, his Dogecoin, whatever it's called, recently. So it's interesting to see, nonetheless. And so personally, I have some long-term calls heading into April. And then Virgin Galactic delays their test flight as new snag uncovered. So if you guys don't know what Virgin Galactic is, if you go back on my page, I know people kept asking me this when I showed. It was a picture of one of my clients making money, and they kept asking me what the ticker symbol was. So the ticker symbol is Virgin Galactic, and that's not the actual ticker symbol. The ticker symbol is SPCE, or Virgin Galactic. And basically, they're one of the other companies like SpaceX, like Blue Origin, that are trying to normalize and commercialize space travel, which is, of course, $1 trillion industry because nobody's done it before. So, yeah. So, you guys have any questions? Crypto, you in? Yes, I am in crypto. I'm trying to get a lot more into it because I do believe that's going to be the next main currency, and that the dollar and just, the dollar's weakening. It's been weakening, but I think crypto's going to be up next. Which crypto? No idea. It could be. I've been thinking it won't be necessarily just one crypto. There might be one that's more centralized than other, but I think it will be set up kind of like how not necessarily the dollar system, but the cash system is set up now in the world. And so let's say I want to go to McDonald's or something. Instead of paying $5 in order to get a burger or a meal or whatever, now I'm paying 0.2 Ethereum or 5 Dogecoin or whatever. I think it would be set up like that. To be honest, I'm not sure. Like I said, I need to get more in depth with it, but I am in crypto. And then, do you only trade options? Do you trade options only or stocks in general? So when it comes to trading, I only do options, and I only trade that way for the most part. My main strategies are scalping, for not necessarily on a daily basis. I scalp every other day, and then swing trading the days I don't scalp. And so also some position trading, but that's of course more rare because it is more long term. What do you think about PLTR? I've heard of that company. I think Palantir Technologies. Let me see. Wow, they have a lot of volume. Seems they haven't been around that long, so they don't have much history. So far, their numbers are incredibly bad. Yeah, and they don't pay dividends. So as far as investment, personally, I don't like it when it comes to if I were to invest in a company. Now, trading, it could be a solid trade. It could be a solid trade. But where I trade it right now, not necessarily. It doesn't move that much. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. And then what they in the technology sector. But I'm gonna give them some time because they haven't been in the market for they got in the market October. Yeah, okay. So they do the same thing as Microsoft: technology, software, and infrastructure, and no full-time employees. Okay. But yeah, I want to invest in them short term, long term. Nah, I need to see more data, and I need to see their numbers recover. Because when it comes to the numbers, for the most part, negative in everything. Where are you checking from? Like what site? So the main site that I use in order to research my companies is Yahoo Finance. The main site that I use in order to scout is Weibo.com on the desktop. You can use it on there now from the link view. And I also use TradingView.com. When I'm looking at my news, I use MarketWatch.com. And when I also another company, not a company, but a website you can use is Investing.com. So those are some of the main sites that I use. Oshkosh. You said they're in a contract with UPS. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, so that earnings coming up around the same time as Tesla for the most part. So they have a definite date. Tesla doesn't know what it's going to do yet. All right, I'm going to let my man in here so we can do this next part of Fitness Fridays. And then we're going to go ahead. After I break this down real quick. So 52 range, solid. Yeah, it seems the numbers are solid for the most part. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and let my man here so we can do our fitness part of Fitness Fridays. But Oshkosh, what I'm just looking at so far, they seem solid. Let me see what industry they're in. Okay. So yeah, they're decent. I don't have a problem with them. They're decent. All right.
Can you see me, Truth?
No, turn your camera around.
Ah,
Yeah, we can
yeah,
see
I'm
you now.
trying to rig this thing up, man. All right. How about now?
Yep, all good.
I'm good. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. This is my first time joining the Truth for Fitness Friday. It's going to become a regular thing. I'm a certified personal trainer. I have multiple certifications. I'm also an active duty soldier. I'm stationed at Fort Knox. I'm an ex-drill sergeant. So I've been doing this fitness thing for a long time. Been training clients for about 15 years. So this morning, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on a full body workout. We're going to get the heart pumping. We're going to get the blood going. We're going to work on the major muscle groups. We're going to do it efficiently. We're going to do it quickly. These types of workouts are meant for when you don't have a whole lot of time to get your workout in. You're running late for work or whatever the case is. So what we're going to do, again, we're going to work on muscular strength, muscular endurance. We're going to blend some cardio into the workout. So I'm going to go through the movements real fast. It's only going to be like 5 movements. We're going to do them for about 10, 12, 15 minutes. Depends on how much time we have, maybe about 10 minutes. We're going to keep the pace going. So the first movement we're going to be doing is just your regular, what's called a seal jack. It's similar to a jumping jack, except you don't go overhead. So it's just like this. Very simple. All right, that's a seal jack. We're going to be doing that between every major exercise. The next exercise we're going to be doing is the reverse lunge. We're going to stand up nice and tall, step back, That's going to work most of the muscles in the lower body. All right, reverse lunge. Next exercise we're going to be doing is the military press, just standing up. You're just using your body's resistance, and you're pressing your arms up. That's going to work the shoulders and the triceps. And then the last thing we're going to be doing is what's called the waiter's bow. You're going to hinge at the waist, push your buttocks and your hips back, and you're going to bend over at the waist. You should feel a lot of tension in the back of your legs, your hamstrings, your buttocks muscles, and your lower back. And the last thing we're going to be doing, we're going to throw a little more direct core movement into it, is cross body knee raises. That's all you're going to be doing. You're going to be hitting that lower portion of the abdominal muscles. So just follow my lead, let's get going, and just be smooth, be efficient with the movements. Don't try to rush. If it's too much for you, just do less repetitions. All right, so with that said, it's now 5:16. We're going to get it going. We're going to start warming up the body with the seal jacks. Like I said, we're going to be doing 10 repetitions. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, that's it. Then we're going to be going into the next movement, like I described, the reverse lunge. Step back, one leg at a time. 1. Then switch legs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we're going to be going back to seal jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Next movement, we're going to be going straight into the military standing press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to be going back to the seal jack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're going to go straight to the last movement. Next to the waiter's bow. You're going to stand up nice and tall. Push your buttocks and your hips back. Lean over at the waist while keeping your legs relatively straight. And you stand back up. Very simple. You should feel a lot of this in your buttocks and your hamstring muscles, which is the back portion of your leg. 3, 4. Again, keep your legs relatively straight. Bend over at the waist. 5, 6. You should feel most of this in your hamstring muscles and your buttocks. 8. 2 more repetitions. 9. Last one. 10. Then we're going to go back to seal jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to reverse lunges. No break. This is no break. Step back, right leg. 1. Switch to the left leg. 2. Switch to the right leg. 3. Switch to the left leg. 4. Alternate in that fashion. 5. Left leg back. 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. All right, we're going to go back to the seal jack. Remember, we do the seal jack between every set of every exercise. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we go to the military press. 1, 2, 3, body weight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to the seal jack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, back to the waiter's bow. Again, push the hips back, hinge at the hips, push the buttocks back, lean over at the waist. You should feel this in the hamstring muscle and the buttocks and the lower back. 1, 2. This is called a waiter's bow. 3, 4. Very simple. 5, but effective if done correctly. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to go back to the seal jack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, well, we missed the first round. We missed the cross-body knee raises. So cross-body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trying to go to the opposite shoulder. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to the seal jack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Back to the reverse lunges. All right. Step back. Right leg back. 1. Left leg. 2. Make sure you stay nice and tall. Keep the body nice and tall. 4, 5. You should feel this in your lower body, your buttocks, your hamstrings, and the front part of your legs, your thigh muscles, or what's called the quadriceps. 6, 7. May have lost count, but it's okay to do a few more. 8, 9, and 10. Back into seal jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Military press, no break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, waiters bow. Again, one hand right there on the navel. You could put your other hand in the small of your back like I'm doing. Push your buttocks and your hips as far back as possible. Lean forward at the waist. And stand back up. 1, 2, 3. It's literally like you're giving a bow. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Back to seal jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, cross body knee raises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to seal jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, reverse lunges. We're going to go right leg back. 1, left leg. 2, right leg. 3. Again, stay nice and tall. Maintain your balance. 4, 5. You want to go at a nice brisk pace, but you don't want to go too fast. 6. Still want to maintain proper execution, proper form and technique. 8, 9. Finish off with the right leg. And 10. Seal jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Standing military press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Seal jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Waiters bow. One hand on the navel, one hand on the small of the back. Push the buttocks and the glutes back. Stand up. Push the hips back. Keep the legs relatively straight. 2, 3, 4. Nice and controlled movement. Don't rush. 6, 7. How much time I got, Truth? 8.
You got about 6 minutes.
Okay. 9, 10. All right. Go back to the seal jacks. Should be nice and warmed up right now. If you're like me, I got an extra sweat top on. Sweat should be flowing. Should get nice and warm. Still cold out here at Fort Knox. There we go. Maybe I did a few more. It's okay. All right. So what are we on? We're on the waiters. We're cross body knee raises. Left leg. Sobers to the right elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No excuse not to train. You don't have to be out the house. Very basic. I sometimes lost track of reps, but it's okay. You can always do a few more. 8, 9, 10. All right. So now we're going to go back to reverse lunges. I have this mask on. Definitely impedes breathing a little bit. Well, let's go. Right leg back. 1. Left leg back. 2, 3, 4. Let's go. 5. Nice and easy. 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, take your time. You want to feel the muscles working. No rush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Military presses. 1, 2, working the shoulders. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so on the next round, I'm going to change the exercises slightly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Weight is about 1 hand on the belly button, next hand in the small of the back. Push the buttocks and the hips back. Lean forward at the waist. Keep the legs relatively straight. Again, you should feel this in the back of the legs, your buttocks, muscles, and your lower back. 4, 5, you're literally giving a bow. 6, 7, 8. Body is nice and warm right now. Heart rate is up a little bit. And we're moving. We got blood pumping for the whole body. 1 more rep. 10. All right, seal jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, cross body knee raises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What are we looking like on time, Truth?
Got about 2 minutes left.
Okay, I got about 2 minutes left. All right, we're just going to change it for the next 2 minutes. All we're going to focus on, a one-legged movement, unilateral movement. So very similar to what we're doing here. What we're going to do, you're going to stand on one leg. Your hands are straight to your side, slightly in front. You're going to hinge over and push your opposite leg all the way back, keeping it straight, and stand back up. 1. So this is similar to a deadlift, except you're doing it unilaterally, which is more challenging. Challenges your balance, your coordination, but it also puts a lot of stress on that single leg that you're balancing on. So you should feel quite a bit of tension in that one leg, 10 reps a side. All right, so I'm on my left leg. Push my right leg back, keeping it straight, and lean over at the waist. While I bring that right leg up, I squeeze my buttocks muscle, squeeze the glutes. You should feel a contraction in the glute muscle. All right. Just going to finish off with this. I like to focus more on lower body for most people because that's a tendency where a lot of body fat is stored in a lot of times, and you got to get that lower body primed for losing fat or whatever it is that you're trying to do. All right. I think that's all the time I have today. I appreciate it, Truth, for putting me on, and we'll do this again next time.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Working out with you next time, too.
All right, no doubt. All right, man, I got a good little sweat going. Hey, appreciate everybody out here who put me on. Thanks, Truth. See you guys later.
No problem. All right, this has been Fitness Fridays. We out.